Imagine a place where the sea meets the sky in an endless dance of grey, where the wind doesn't just blow, it sings old, forgotten songs. This is the Flannan Isles off the coast of Scotland, and on the largest island, Eilean Moor, stood a lonely lighthouse. It was built to be a guardian, a beacon of safety for sailors braving the treacherous waters. But in December of 1900, this guardian became the center of a mystery so profound. Its whisper has echoed for over a century. Our story begins just after Christmas. A relief ship, the Hesperus, was making its way to the island. On board was Captain Jim Harvey, expecting a routine exchange with the three lighthouse keepers, Thomas Marshall, James Duckett, and Donald MacArthur. These were not inexperienced men, they were seasoned keepers, chosen for their resilience and sense of duty. They were the last people you would expect to simply vanish. But as the Hesperus drew near, something was wrong. No friendly faces waved from the shore. No flag fluttered in the breeze. The lighthouse, which should have been a hive of quiet activity, was silent. An eerie, profound silence. Captain Harvey sounded the ship's horn, but the only reply was the echo from the cliffs. What they found inside would freeze the blood. The fire in the grate was long dead. The clock on the wall had stopped. 2 of the 3 oilskins, the heavy weathercoats, were missing. And in the kitchen, 3 chairs were pushed back from the table, as if their occupants had left in a hurry. But here's the detail that tugs at the heartstrings. 3 plates of food, uneaten. A meal, prepared, but never tasted. It was a snapshot of a life interrupted in the most abrupt way imaginable. The Lighthouse logbook told a story of its own. The entries up until December 15th were perfectly normal. They spoke of fierce storms, of winds that screamed like banshees, but the final entry was calm, too calm. It simply noted that the storm had passed. There was no distress call, no sign of a struggle. It was as if the 3 men had simply stepped out for a moment and were swallowed by the very air. So, what happened on Eilean Moor? The official inquiry suggested a tragic accident, that the men were swept away by a giant rogue wave while securing equipment on the western landing. It's a logical theory, but it doesn't explain everything. Why were 2 coats missing, but 1 left behind? Why would all 3 experienced keepers leave their post at the same time during such dangerous weather? And so other, sweeter, more haunting theories were born. Some say the island itself is old and powerful, a place of ancient magic. Did it call to them? Did they see something in the mist, a vision, a siren's song, that lured them away from their duties? Others whisper of a more personal tragedy, a fight, a moment of madness. But that feels wrong for men of such character. Perhaps the most beautiful and saddest theory is one of camaraderie. That one man went out into the storm to check on something and got into trouble. The second, seeing his friend in peril, rushed out to help without even stopping for his coat. And the third, watching both of his comrades be taken by the sea, made the ultimate choice not to let them face the darkness alone. We will never know for certain. The Eilean Moor Lighthouse still stands today, its light now automated. It continues its silent watch, keeping the secret of its 3 missing keepers. A secret of duty, of friendship, and of a single uneaten meal that forever waits for its owners to return home.